Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome to today's cross-stitch world stream, I guess. Hello, Batman. Well, actually that's part of the reason that I'm sort of streaming tonight, is I wanted to also give an update on how I am. Because, yeah. Well, let's pick a picture to do before we get into that business. How are you doing, Batman? I want to open a pattern, so I'm just, this is a mobile game that's actually running on my phone. So, I wasn't sure if this would work. There is a Facebook version of this, but I cannot get it to run. I don't know what the problem is, and I do not have the energy to figure it out, so this works, and it's a little something to do while I'm chatting with you guys. So, what do you think? Should we do or work on a, something with flowers, or how about a lady with a sword and a shield, or perhaps something more angelic with a shield? I presume that's Gabriel or somebody like that. You're playing Minecraft. Oh, that's awesome. I hope you're enjoying that. So, Batman, do you have any preferences for a picture, or should I just pick one? A cat. Well, that's a cat, I think. It looks kind of like a cross between a fox and a cat, but I can't really see a tail, so let's see, is there any other cats? I have a tendency to do the cats first, that's why there's none in the ones I haven't done, but we could go to one of the ones I have done. Yeah, okay, let's pick that one. Again, I'm not sure if it's a fox or a cat, but we're going to call it a cat. It looks cat enough to me. Right, well, last time I streamed, which was almost 3 months ago, I had let you guys know that I'd had COVID at the beginning of the year. Sorry, my brain is not working very well, and why will soon be explained. I thought I was getting better, and shortly after I streamed, I started getting, well, basically long COVID symptoms. The doctor has done tests, and there doesn't seem to be anything else that could be blamed for causing it. I'm otherwise in pretty good shape. And, yeah, it's been horrible. It's been slowly getting worse. Like, literally, I will get up in the morning, and I get up in the morning, feel more tired than I went to bed, And if I push myself too much, I end up basically almost falling over because I don't have the energy, and I'm shaking and I'm feeling nauseous. My heart's beating really fast. Like, it's not a good thing. So I have to rest a lot. I'll wash my hair. Then I'll sit down and I'll rest for 5 minutes. Then I'll wash my face and I'll rest for a minute or so. Everything I have to rest, and if possible, sit down while I'm doing it. And yeah, it's not a fun time. And because of that, I don't have the energy to stream. I'm making myself stream today because, well, it's been almost 3 months since I streamed, and I wanted to let you guys know what was happening. I kept hoping that by resting it would slowly get better, and that's just not happening. So I have no idea how long this is going to last. But, so that's how I'm doing. Very tired, but it's a different tired than not having got enough sleep tired. It's more akin to chronic fatigue, which is an illness where you literally don't have the energy at times to, like, get out of a chair. It's not that bad for me, thank God, but it's still not wonderful. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, I'm being summoned to a contest, but I don't have any anything to submit. So anyway, let's get started on this now that I've explained why I haven't been streaming, despite saying that yes, I'm feeling better and I'll be starting to stream every Sunday. And yeah, that didn't happen because very shortly thereafter, literally before the next week, the fatigue started. So one of the things I like to do is either do the background first, which is obviously this one, or start with different colors. I think we're going to do the background first, because that fills all that boring stuff in, and then we can do the more exciting things. So let's go click the pattern, zoom in down there. Okay, that's a little bit too zoomed. I'm on the computer, so yeah. All right. It's a pretty simple game. You're just coloring in. It's great. It's a little more fun or easier on the phone to do that. In fact, I'm almost tempted to do it on the phone and just have it displayed on the screen, because that can work. Alright, I'm going to try that and see what happens. On occasion, this does, using the computer and the Windows link thing, does freeze my computer, so if that happens and I vanish abruptly, I probably won't have the energy to resume the stream. Now, I don't know how loud the music is for you guys. If you can let me know if it's too loud or not. Alright, let's see what happens if I start coloring it on here. Hey, that's much better. I'll do it this way. So, yeah, I know that I usually don't talk about COVID on my stream, but in this case, I kind of had to in order to explain why my life is not that fantastic at the moment. In that regard, energy regard. Like, it's aggravating. It is so frustrating. Having to rest after you do everything. Even sitting at the computer can be really tiring if I'm not leaning back a bit, so that I'm not using energy sitting upright. It sounds so pathetic when I say that, like, how could that be possible? But I'm sure anybody who also has long COVID that has the fatigue element will totally relate to what I'm talking about. And speaking of cats, since Batman, you mentioned cats, we actually have another cat that we've just brought in. I've been working on making friends with her for, well, over a year. And she finally decided we were good and safe, and she wanted to come in. And she's pregnant, which is, I suspect, part of her motivation. She's like, yeah, I think I'd like to live somewhere warm and safe instead of out here in the cold in the wintertime. But one day I'll show a picture of her on stream. She's a calico, which means she's mostly black. She's got copper, and she's also got a white shirt front, white paws, and a little bit of a white underside, but her face is pretty black, and she's got the gorgeous golden eyes. She seems to be in excellent health, which is good, because as a pregnant mama, you don't want to give certain drugs. Okay, so it does this from time to time. It loads. I think it has to do it periodically. I don't know why, but come on, I want to move this down to the corner, so I'm working on that section. Thank you. Yeah, so basically I've spent the last 3 months mostly sitting in my chair in the living room playing mobile games, because I can't bring my computer in the living room. But I'm hoping to get for Christmas a Steam Deck. We have some money for that, and no, I don't have my new computer yet, because the money we had set aside for that got taken by the government because they decided we didn't deserve any pandemic help and we had to pay back what they gave us. So we've been saving again, and a Steam Deck is going to be more affordable and will give me a PC that I can use while I'm sitting in my chair. So that's the current plan. And there is still a plan to get me a new computer, but it's not as urgent now because I'm not using my old computer that much. And it's getting really... It's got some major issues. It needs to have Windows reinstalled, because I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why it keeps having system interrupt frenzies every time I start up the computer for about 10-15 minutes. I've looked into all the causes that I could research online, and everything looks fine. And so I think in the past, I used to reinstall Windows every 2 or 3 years, because I know Windows over time accumulates crap that you have trouble getting rid of without a fresh install. And I couldn't really do that to this machine because I have so many settings that I need to be able to transfer to a new machine, or to the, existing machine, that I just had put it off, and I can't anymore. So when I finally do get a new computer, the first thing I do after putting everything on it is to redo this one so I can use it as my streaming machine. And so I'll have a game machine and a streaming machine, and hopefully everything will be nice and fast, and I'll be healthy enough to actually, stream like I want to. So I have a cat and kittens now. Not yet. She's pregnant. I'm not sure how far along she is. I do have experience with pregnant mamas, but it was a long time ago, and it was with planned pregnancies, because I used to breed a certain breed of cats, ossicats. But I figure she's about 3/4 the way along. She's getting on the larger side, but she's not huge yet. So my best guess, which I'll have we have an appointment for the vet to scan her for a microchip, make sure she doesn't have an owner that hasn't seen my posts asking if anybody owns her. And we'll see how far along she is. My guess is she probably has at least a month, maybe, before she's gonna be due. So, but when she does have kittens, I will of course post pictures, or show you guys pictures of those, and maybe we'll get lucky and I can set up my cat cam, and we can have kittens playing while I'm doing something on stream. And you guys can see it on the cat cam. But they're still in the getting introduced to everybody stage. She is in our bedroom, and people can stick their paws under the door and smell each other and play a little bit, but nobody's been allowed to interact yet. It's too early. You want to introduce them really slow, because then the existing cats don't feel threatened, and the new cat doesn't feel like they have to defend themselves. And it seems to be going pretty good so far. I let Twix touch noses with her yesterday because she walked out into the hallway and I had to capture her to take her back into the bedroom. And Twix, they touched noses. There was no hisses, no gurrs, so that's a good sign. She is super playful as well. We're calling her Seashell. And she is so playful. I think once she's fully introduced, her and Bunny are going to have an absolute blast. Because they're both young cats and both super playful. So hopefully it'll take a little bit of the pressure off the older cats. And they won't feel like, Bun, go away, I'm trying to sleep so much. Young man does, Valentine does play with Bunny all the time. But he's older and he does get tired and sometimes he just wants to sleep. You know, it's like, get off my lawn. I don't have the energy to play with you right now. And the other cats, they're doing pretty good. Valentine is now our toothless old man because he got an abscess. He's always had problems with his teeth because of his cleft lip. And he had poor teeth, and we had to have some extracted when he was much younger. Well, he got an abscess, so we took him in, and they looked at his teeth, and they yeah, we got to take them all out. There's not that many left, because he never had a full set to begin with, and like I said, we had some removed that were problematic because of his jaw issues. And yeah, so he's fully healed up now, because this happened beginning of September. And he's so much happier. I guess his teeth have been bothering him for a while and we didn't realize because cats are good at hiding that sort of thing. And yeah, he eats kibble. He pretty much acts like he still has teeth, except of course he doesn't. And it is a rather unusual sensation to have a cat gnawing as hard as he can on your hand and there's no teeth. You just get gummed quite well. But he's happy, he's doing well. Twix is also doing well. Bunny gets up her nose quite a lot because Bunny wants to play with her, and Twix will occasionally play with her, but then whenever Bunny tries to play back, Twix gets confused and doesn't want to do that and gets upset, and then there's fisticuffs and, like, no, they don't get into big fights or anything. It's just they're yelling at each other, and that's why I'm really hoping that Shell will actually, once introduced, will give Bunny that play outlet that she needs, and I suspect Shell will need as well. And they can get in each other's business and have fun and leave Twix and Young Man alone when they just want to be by themselves and not have to deal with the young whippersnappers. Let's see, did I cover everybody? Bunny? Bunny is always good. Was a little worried when she realized we had a new cat in the house, even though she couldn't really meet her. And she spent one day insisting on sitting on me every opportunity she got. And then now that she's reassured again, she's her normal independent self. So there was a moment of anxiety on her part, but that seems to be gone. At least for the most part. She's still very curious about the new cat in the other room. She wants to check her out, but it's too early. We gotta have that vet visit first, which is next week. And once she gets the all clear from the vet, then we can look at starting the next phase of introductions, which is basically going to be all our current cats in the office with me. And then the baby gates on the office will be closed, and my husband will be letting Shell walk around the house, and they can see each other and pat each other through the bars, but nobody can get in each other's business, and we'll see how that goes. That's the next phase. and feeding both sets of cats on either side of the gate so they see each other. You know, everybody gets fed. Nobody's in danger of not being fed. Don't need to be worried about food. I've used this method before with other cats and with Bunny, and it works really well. You just got to take it slow and easy and don't try to rush it. Not quite sure how this turned into how to introduce a cat session, but another trick I like to use is to rub the cats with a towel. And I rub everybody with the same towel once, and then I go around and rub everybody again, and what that does is mingle all their scents so that they be like, well, they kind of smell familiar. You know, it helps them get acquainted with each other in a very non-stressful way. Big thing is making sure that the cats you had before the new introduction are reassured and know that they're not going to get pushed out. They're loved just as much as they always were. Be fed and warm and safe. Do do do. Do 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 do. Oh, we're getting towards the end of the one color. Yay! It's all black. Get all the black in. Yeah, even cross stitch I haven't really been able to do. I can manage. I used to be able to do like 8-hour sessions, no problem. You know, sometimes when I was really on a tear, I'd do a 24-hour session of cross stitching. Now I'm lucky if I get 3 hours done in a day, and that's a really good day. Very frustrating. Things seem to go so glacially slow. But that's also why I started playing this game, because I was like, well, I can't cross stitch in real life as much as I want. At least this gives me some of the same feedback. Doesn't give me all of it, though, because part of what I enjoy so much about cross stitching is the tactile sensations of the thread going through the fabric, and the feel different colors have as they go through the fabric. It's really wild. You like, some of them feel like they're catching a little more, and some are a little silkier and smoother. I like the ones that go through in a very smooth and silky way. It just feels so cool. I don't know why. It just is. And there's no reason not to enjoy it, so I do. I did try playing Minecraft on my mobile, but it's a little harder to get the energy to learn a new thing that I need to pay a lot of attention to. You know, because I have to get used to the controls and stuff. So I'm hoping that on the Steam Deck, when I eventually am able to get that. We can't quite get it yet. We don't have quite the amount of money for the version that I want to get, but we're getting there. So, yay, we're done A. Alright, so let's look at this. Nice. Alright, I'm going to pick a section and I'm going to work on that. So let's start with the eyes. And it looks like G is the next. There we go. Alright. Let's try C. Yeah, C looks like it's part of the eye. Well, what about B? That must be the edge. There we go. And what about F? Yeah, we'll do an F. Okay. Looks like P is part of it too. P. Come on, brain, where's P? Thank you. Now, how many P? There's 63 P. So let's fill out all the P. And then I can stop saying P on stream. Hope I'm loud enough. It is so hard. What is phase 3 for the cats? You have Minecraft on mobile? Ah. So you know what I'm talking about. Phase 3 is once we feed them on either side of the gate. And then we slowly let them mingle together without the gate in between. But we do it under supervision. So only when we can be paying attention to what's going on, so we can interrupt any fisticuffs. So like a couple hours a day, and then if that's going well, then we'll let them mingle together under not quite so strict supervision, but still, like 3 or 4 hours a day. And then if that's going well, then we'll try an overnight. Or sorry, no, a full day, and then we'll try an overnight if that's all going well. And usually by doing this slow phased introduction at the beginning, the last phases actually usually go really quickly. Like within 3 or 4 days, you go from letting them mingle together under extreme supervision to letting them be together overnight, if that's what we want to do. The reason that I say that is because since she's pregnant, we might want to keep her in the bedroom at night anyway, just so that if she starts to give birth during the night, I'm going to be able to hear it. Because I got that mom instinct of whenever I hear a noise, like that could be a child or in this case for me, cats, I wake right up. My husband doesn't, so which is just as well. But yeah, so when she gets closer to her due date, she'll be staying in with us. So it just depends on how far along she is. And I mean, it's possible she only has a couple of kittens brewing, and she might be further along than I think she is. It's really hard to know. Thus the vet. But she's a very sweet cat. She's not a cuddler. She doesn't mind being held for a couple of minutes, but once she settles in and her true personality starts coming out, because right now she's sort of in a I gotta be on my best behavior phase, which is what Bun went through too. She was super cuddly for the first 2 weeks, and then when she felt like, hey, I'm gonna be here forever, this is my forever home, I'm loved, this is wonderful, then she got all independent on me. And didn't want to sit on me all the time. Okay, it looks like we lost connection here, so just give me a moment. I'll put that in BRB and I'll see if I can sort that out. No, I guess I should probably take out that stray watermark, huh? Game logo. Yeah, there we go. The last connection to my phone. Alright, let's try. At least it didn't freeze the computer. There we go. I should knock out wood and say yet. It hasn't frozen it yet. Okay. Alright. P is done. Let's work on the schnoz next. There's only 1/6 left. We might as well fill that puppy out. Oh, now it's doing it again. Alright, come on. I guess it's not too fond of the fact that I'm actually doing this on the mobile itself, so when I get it reconnected, I'll try doing it with the computer or with the mouse now that we've done the bulk of it. with the easier way. Alright, let's see how this goes again. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that's all blue, so I might as well cut that while we're down here. Alright, so now E. E. Let's do this one. There's some more E's. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yeah, when I first started trying to make friends with Shell, she would run away if she even heard me at the door looking out at her eating. She heard a creak of the floor, she was gone. And now we can pick her up, and she purrs, and sometimes she'll come up at night and lay beside me and lay over one of my arms, which is something Miss Kitty, my long gone Miss Kitty, used to do, and Shell is the first cat since Miss Kitty that's done that, so it was very heartwarming to have another cat that is doing what Miss Kitty used to do. Because I missed having a cat to cuddle at night. Like I said, we'll see how she is when she settles in and her real personality comes out, when she knows she's here to stay. So we might find out that she's a super cuddler, or she's even more like Twix and is a 4 on the floor. Don't pick me up, cat. She let me trim her claws. I did that yesterday because she kept walking in the hallway despite her best efforts, so I figured I better make sure everybody was not bearing arms, as it were. And yeah, she let me trim her claws, no problem. Of course, I will admit the treats I gave her to start with and between trimming of paws and then after were probably a big factor in her being okay with it. But still, she didn't struggle a lot. Like, you know, kind of tried to lean away, but that's pretty minor. I've had cats that I basically, like Miss Kitty, I had to wrap in a towel to do her claws because otherwise she would not let me do them. But she knew if she was getting wrapped up, she was getting her claws done. She was... Miss Kitty. I miss all the felines that we had with us for so long that we don't anymore. Little Me and Stuffin' and Smoker are all ones you guys have seen either pictures of or saw them when I did a cat cam that one time. Miss them all. But the nice thing about love is that it grows to encompass new creatures, and the old ones are still loved just as much, even if they're not with us anymore. Alright, I am starting to get pretty tired here. I think I'll finish this section and then I'm probably gonna call an end to the stream for today. I'm actually hoping I don't pay for this tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I really felt like I needed to let you guys know what was going on, since things didn't work out like I'd hoped, which unfortunately has a habit of occurring. I know that, but you know, I keep having these optimistic, it's like, yes, I think I can do this, and then real life goes, no, actually you can't. Not yet. So, I don't know if I'll be streaming anytime again soon, but I'll certainly stream before the next 3 months are up. It seems like that's about what I've been doing, is every 3 months I manage a stream. And now it's even harder than it was before, which hopefully won't be a permanent situation. But anyway, so this is a nice, relaxing game, and you know, yes, you can spend money on it, and I did pay for a little bit just to get some additional pictures, but you get free pictures, 1 or 2 a week, and you get, if you buy something, and I think I spent $8, then for a year you get 40 free, what they call their cash, every day. So I just save it up, and then when something's on sale that I like, I buy it, and I'm almost to that point now to get another pack. But yeah, so it's nice, low stress, low brain power game. Well, hopefully I'll see you next time, Batman. I always enjoy having you here with me to keep me company, and I hope you enjoy watching me. I'm sure you do, otherwise you wouldn't keep coming back. But I really, it does. Knowing that pretty much anytime I stream, at least one of the people that watch me will show up is really cool, because it's like, you guys are sort of my extended social network, if you like. So it's like seeing old friends. And I enjoy it. Which is why I enjoy streaming. Since I'm not an in-person social kind of person. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the stream, Batman, and if there's anybody else watching there that's been quiet, hi to you, and don't feel like you have to say anything. And if you watch this after the stream, if this is a VOD you're watching, maybe I'll catch you live next time. You know, like I said, it'll probably be another few months before I stream again, just because this is not getting better at all yet. And we'll see how it goes. You all take care. I will see you in the stream next time. Bye. Just gotta get to the outro thingy. If I can remember where I keep it. Where do I, no, that's not it. Where is it? See, this is what I mean about my memory. It's not good right now. I know I've got the outro thing here. Where is it? Okay, so start up on a stream. Is that it? There it is. Got it. Okay. Bye. Thank you so much to my wonderful patrons. You keep me streaming and multicasting. At the $30 level, I'd like to thank TexCub SF. At the $5 level, I'd like to thank Greater Raider. Want to become a patron? Go to patreon.com/valsnoisytoys. Do you want to play with me? Support me at the $5 level or higher, and you'll be invited to the end of the month Vals Noisy Toys patron games. And once again, thanks so much to my patrons.